We are live. The channel is Nuke the House. I'm here with JC Zargo at Daddy Zargs. Big Taylor Swift fan, ready for the weekend. And JC, you'll see my hair looks like crap today, right? Got a lot of sleep under some sleep under my eyes. You want to know why?
Please tell.
My hot water heater freaking broke this morning, so I haven't done my normal prep. I'm way behind this morning. I had to figure out, make sure it wasn't flooding all over the neighborhood, and I took a cold shower this morning. Fitness gurus are going to tell you that cold showers are great. I don't know. I'm not sold yet, JC.
Oh, I love
them. Definitely,
I'm all about
definitely
a cold
rough
shower.
morning for your boy.
If you work out, they're also way more tolerable. If you're kind of getting a nice sweat on, cold shower is way easier to stomach.
Yeah, maybe like after a workout, but dude, I use that hot shower to wake up in the morning. I wake up, wipe the cold from my eyes, see who's this paging me, and what? No, I go to the hot shower, and then that kind of wakes me up.
No,
what's up?
No, man, hot shower. That's gonna put me right back to sleep. I love a cold shower to wake me up in the morning.
In fact, I read why. You want to know why?
Please tell.
When you have a really hot shower like that, it raises your blood pressure.
Interesting, because also too though, cold shower, it gets your blood flowing, but I don't know what that.
Yeah, but that's why you get the feeling of like kind of awakeness or alertness from a hot shower.
Yeah.
So, all right. So JC, we need to win today because I got to buy a new water heater, bro.
Fair enough. Those things ain't cheap either.
I'm trying to think. I haven't. Oh wait, no, we did the recap show, right? Oh, bro, are we Soda Stream bros today? I don't have the same.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I was not on Monday.
You use?
What?
Did you put flavor in there?
No, I'm too lazy. I normally just like the carbonated water.
Okay, I got a strawberry watermelon that's a little vitamin infused.
Nice.
And before that, I was using the bubbly drops. It gives you a little mineral water taste. Okay.
Sure.
So we've already talked about what we saw last weekend, and now we're here to reassess and see where we're at in the National Football League. And JC, are you surprised that both favorites have taken money since we talked?
Yes.
Usually there's a popular dog. And I thought the popular dog this week was going to be Detroit.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Kansas City.
Yeah, and that's fair, right? Because we're just guessing what other people are going to bet. And also, we don't necessarily know. They could have got a ton of Kansas City Mets and just said, hey, we want this action and move the line towards Baltimore regardless. Let's dive into the first game, though. The Ravens are now -4, JC. Total's 44. It just keeps getting higher. It's plus 180 when I did a show with Simon this morning. It's plus 184 now. There has to be value on the Chiefs at plus 184.
100%.
Feels like a coin flip game. I'll say the one thing advantage I would give the Ravens and why the -4 is the line that they're putting up. I think the Ravens can blow out the Chiefs a lot easier than the Chiefs can blow out the Ravens.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
So that's why the line makes sense when we're looking at all our possible permutations of how this game ends up. There's not a lot of Chiefs blowouts in my mind, in my simulations. Ravens blowouts are possible. However, if this game is close and I got plus 184 in my pocket, don't you think I'm going to be feeling good going into the fourth quarter? Because I could probably hedge at some point too.
Sure.
Yeah.
My bigger concern is, though, I see a world where the Chiefs lose but cover. Whereas I don't see that as much in our NFC Championship game. So that's kind of the hesitation I would have with jumping on that plus 184.
Is what?
This game is more likely to have a dog cover and not win.
Do you think so?
I do.
Okay. I think it's the other way around.
Interesting.
I don't think the Lions got a chance straight up.
I think it's either a Lions win or a San Francisco blowout, and I do more likely think it's a blowout. Yeah, I don't really see a close game there.
And why is that?
More so because I just think it's gonna be a San Francisco blowout. but I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is. I just see, if Detroit is in the game, they're going to win. And it's because, whether it's no Deebo Samuel, but it's going to be San Francisco kind of choking it away.
I don't think San Francisco can win the same exact fashion they won last week, where they don't play their best and then they just get it done in the end.
That game was not very indicative of the San Francisco team we've seen this season. They're a lot better than that. I don't, as we say that week to week thing, I don't know what I would give to Green Bay after that game. Not that it all matters, but I don't know. I just think that was wake up calls too strong of a word, but I don't think that was a situation where we need to reevaluate San Francisco or go, man, maybe they're not the juggernaut we think they are. They are, whether it's the rust, I don't know, but I think
it was the rust. You got to think
right. So then if it's the rust,
Samuel went out during the game, and we know how much he means to that offense.
So if it's the rust, they just shook it off, and now they're going to come into this game and blow the doors off Detroit.
Unless Samuel doesn't play, in which case I can't lay it.
No. It's a tough one. The Deebo problem. I do think, and it depends what we think of the state of McCaffrey is. Because I think McCaffrey is more important than Deebo, but McCaffrey didn't look that sharp either last week. Giving he might be a little injured as well.
I know, didn't it seem like a great matchup for him too?
However,
this is going to be a tougher matchup for him. Detroit's much better against the run than Green Bay is.
For what it's worth,
Green Bay was better against the pass, however. So let's see how Shanahan can do here.
McCaffrey's not on the report at all. So whatever. I mean, I think that's a good sign.
All right. Well, do we want to go back to the Kansas City Baltimore game?
Yes.
Kansas City's 11-2 in their last 13 road games.
Oh, you want another good Kansas City stat?
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is 8-3 straight up in games he's a dog.
Yeah. All right. I projected this, I think, as a 4-point win. Let me double check.
Stop it. For Baltimore?
Bro, at this point, this is why, remember I say beforehand, I'm putting all my energy into NBA right now. I have this 24.5 to 20.2. So I have it at 44.7 and a 4.3 point win. At this point in the year, there's 3 NFL games yet left. And guess what? The line is going to be right. Now, I'm not saying you can't win these games, but I'm just saying doing what I did in the NBA and plugging in some numbers, checking a couple trends and using what I know about the teams, finding me these nice edges that I want to exploit, simply not going to be there. These are the sharpest lines of the year and the sharpest sport of the year. Yep. And I think you tread lightly. And the great part about it, JC, let's just say we don't come to consensus and we don't bet this game.
Yeah.
You don't think you're going to enjoy it on Sunday?
Oh, for sure.
You really need money on this game to enjoy this matchup? No. So tread lightly, tread carefully, take a stand on what you believe in. And guess what? If you don't know where you're going, join my guy, Jonathan Nelson, who just showed up in the chat. Jump on the live show. Take those plays. Because it's not like the advantage isn't going to be there once we see how these teams go. Let's talk about some of those possibilities.
Sure.
I can already tell you what Keg's going to do. If Baltimore's offensive line looks good early, he's going to load up all over their rushing props. If it looks like an even game, he's probably going to load up on some Kansas City receivers. Because if it's close, those guys are going to put up numbers, especially in the fourth quarter. So that's a good example of how we can use what we see early. And it's not like it's just like limiting turnovers, right? Win the turnover battle, you win the game. Great analysis. But same deal. This game is going to be won in the trenches, and I think you're going to be able to see fairly early how it looks. If it's 50-50, Kansas City's got a great shot.
Yeah.
I think Baltimore has to significantly win the battle in the trenches in order to win this game. However, that being said, they've consistently done that all year.
So, I mean, I keep going back and forth on this game, and I do ultimately believe it's Baltimore's. And here's the biggest thing for me, too, is looking at this playoff run and kind of what are we going to think after on Sunday night. And
wait, you lost me. Okay, I'm sorry, I shouldn't interrupt. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. If you're not tracking, let me start over. So I've been going back and forth on this game a lot. And I just don't know what to bet. I mean, I probably won't end up with kind of what to advise. And so I keep thinking, like, on Sunday night, what are we going to look back and think? And here's the thing about Kansas City is if they get blown out, we are going to look at the team they were in the regular season and the path they had to get here and say we should have seen this coming, because they look terrible for Kansas City. They look terrible throughout the regular season. They get a gift in Miami at home in sub-zero temperatures, and then they get Buffalo, another team that's kind of just, they cut a little bit of
We're
fire.
not discounting that Buffalo win.
I'm not discounting it, but I don't think either team is even close
How
to
is
what
that
Baltimore
not the best
is.
win we've seen in the playoffs so far?
That's fair, but that's not saying much. And San Francisco's, no. I disagree with that statement.
Beating Buffalo is much more impressive than beating Green Bay.
But is it more impressive than Green Bay beating Dallas?
Yes.
Is it more impressive than Detroit beating
yes.
Who they beat?
Rams and
Rams.
Bucks.
Yeah. The Rams. Okay. Regardless, it's just not. Do you agree, though, that neither of those teams are even close to what Baltimore is?
Yeah.
I just think they had a really easy path to the AFC Championship game, and now they're going to have to play a team that is on a whole nother level. And so if Baltimore kicks their butt Sunday afternoon, we're going to go and look, that seems about right. This team is not the Kansas City team we've seen in past seasons. Probably should have seen this coming. So I think you might want to get a little creative with it and maybe do something like Baltimore money line over 40, something like that. Then, because I always hate that 3.5 number. I like to get a 2.5, 3. But I want to see Kansas City win. I know I'm in the minority with that opinion, but it's going to be tough for them to get there, and I think it's Baltimore's game.
Yeah, I'm all over on KC from a betting perspective. If you bet this game before the game, you got to bet Kansas City.
Yeah.
Plus 186 on a game we can go either way on.
Mm-hmm. And it's Patrick
like
Mahomes.
I said, barring a blowout, which happens 25% of the time. How many times is Baltimore? It's just not even fun. Like at halftime, we're just shopping, getting ready for the next game.
Yeah.
25% tops. Which means 75% of the chance of the time, I'll either win the bet or have an opportunity to hedge in the game. I like the +4. I like the plus 186. I like the under as well. JC, what do you think about the total?
Yeah, you said, what did you say you liked?
Under.
Oh, I lean the over.
All right, let them know why. I bet under on the Raven. I bet under on both these teams last week, and they both went over.
Yeah,
So,
these are two pretty solid offenses. So if it's a close game, it's going to see points. I do, I would worry about like a 17-20 type game. But for Kansas City to win, they're going to have to keep up with Baltimore. And if Baltimore runs away with it, then they're putting up, 28 points. Yeah, 44, man. That is a good number. Yeah, I don't know. I lean over, but I don't. I do see a very clear path to the under, because if Baltimore blows them out, it's going to be something like 28-10, and then we're not there. And if it's a close game, it's probably going to be 21-20-ish, and then we're still not there. So yeah, I guess I am on the under. I'm sorry, spread. Sorry to the people. Long about way getting there, but I agree with you.
You can only bet one. Do you like the under more, or do you like taking a side more?
Under. Like I said, I want no business. No. If this was just a normal Sunday, if this was just week 15, I wouldn't be betting this game.
I'd probably still take the plus 186.
That's fair.
Although, to be fair, Playoffs probably makes Baltimore less attractive.
Mm-hmm.
There'd be no experience edge in the right in the regular season. All right,
Sure.
final thing, JC. I love one prop from this game.
Let's hear it.
Actually, I love two props. The one I really like is I like Lamar Jackson over on rushing, but I also like Mahomes over on rushing too. And bet it now, because guess what? This isn't an unpopular opinion, right?
Sure.
If you consume other content, everybody's going to be on this. But it's
Mm-hmm.
because it makes perfect sense. This is the biggest game of Lamar's career. He's the most dynamic runner in the NFL outside of Christian McCaffrey, in my mind, right? Why would you not take advantage of that skill set? And I understand in week 7, you need to get down. You need to get out of bounds. Right now, you need to take advantage of everything. This is the biggest game in his career. I expect him to go all out. And Mahomes, I'm the same exact way. And I think you parlay him too. I think you put a little extra on the parlay. Because Mahomes has shown that he won't run during the regular season, but during the playoffs, he's going to get those 3rd and 8s. He's going to get those 3rd and 7s and take off. I like both quarterbacks over on their rushing yards. What do you think?
I like Lamar. I mean, 67 is kind of high, but I mean, he did rush for 100 last week. I agree, kind of. I think Kansas City's got a decent secondary, so he's going to have opportunities and he's going to take them. But I think Mahomes is a little high at 27.5. He did put up 41 against Miami, but he's so inconsistent with whether or not he runs. So I personally, I'll ride with you on Lamar, but I'm not going to take Patrick's.
All right.
Looking at past AFC Championships games, to your point about blowouts. So the last 2 were decided by 3 points. And then in 21, Kansas City blew out the Bills by 14. Kansas City blew out Tennessee by 11. And New England beat Kansas City by 6 back in 19. So they're kind of all over the place.
All right. You ready to move on to the next game?
Yeah, I don't trust. I think there's a real chance that Kansas City just gets embarrassed. So I don't even like a Kelsey anytime TD, even though it is paying out plus 120.
You're crazy.
What?
I just built a bunch of lineups this morning with Kelsey as captain.
Okay, but again, you're higher on the Chiefs than I am for this game.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, hopefully my hot water temperature will get a little higher this weekend. The Detroit Lions are now plus 7.5. JC, is Deebo Samuel playing? Why is this line moving? Who's betting the Niners without that news, and who's expecting him to play?
I mean, it seemed return to practice Thursday.
Okay, but it's a shoulder injury, and he was running non-contact routes.
I think he plays. I don't know his involvement or how likely it is to get, hurt worst.
I want to lay the 7 so bad, but I don't want to do it without him in there. So to me, it's lay it or don't play it.
You really think it matters that much?
Yes.
I just can't wrap my head around the Lions being a Super Bowl contender is really what it is.
I mean, we talked this year, all year, about how the NFC was weak.
Right. But even on Monday, I woke up and I was like thinking about this coming weekend, and I'm like, holy cow, the Lions are a game away from the Super Bowl. And this,
he beat Baker Mayfield.
Regardless, but that's my point. So you really think they can keep up with a team like San Francisco that's been the favorite all year?
But I want to make sure Debo's in there.
I don't think it matters.
Backdoor cover will be wide open. They're down by 10 or 11. Fourth quarter, 4 minutes to go. It's going to suck.
I don't know. I think last week will kind of give San Francisco a reason to put their foot on their necks.
Yeah. The weather's going to be a lot nicer. I think Purdy's going to look way better.
That definitely hurt Purdy, was the weather last week for sure.
Yeah.
But you also saw Kittle kind of get more involved. And so that's another reason I think they'd be okay without Debo.
Okay. Well, I need Debo to place this bet. The total here is 51, JC. I have this game projected. Sorry, I switched back over to my NBA. Why did I do that? Oh, to put my little treasure map picks on. I have this projected as a 28.2 to 20.5 win for the San Francisco 49ers. Slight edge to the Niners, slight edge to the under. However, in my head, I like the over in this game. I think the San Francisco offense is going to look a lot better. And if they do get out to that 2-3 score lead, they're going to play a softer zone, allow Goff to get up and down the field. I like the over, even though my projections like the under. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like I was just saying, I would definitely lean to the over. We just, two high power offenses. But I wonder how Detroit will fare against the San Francisco defense. San Francisco will do their part. I mean, they'll easily clear 30 points, but I just worry that Detroit won't carry their part in the over, which would make me curious on what San Francisco's 49ers over 30.5, I think is a much better bet.
Oh, all right. So you like the 49ers team total over. I didn't have any props in this game. What did you like?
I was just trying to pull that. I couldn't find McCaffrey. I was just trying to find like all-purpose yards prop. I'm not seeing anything because I was just curious what that number is at, especially with Debo probably being out or at least limited. Kittle receiving yards also would be enticing. I'm seeing McCaffrey 34.5 receiving yards and Kittle over 61.5. A little high, man, but I think it's going to be the Christian McCaffrey show on Sunday.
All right. Anything else you got for this game before we give them all a best bet?
No, man. It's chalky, but I think it's got to be Ravens and 49ers in the Super Bowl.
All right. Because my best bet is the Kansas City Chiefs money line. I know the under is technically the better play, but do not discount Patrick Mahomes. Do not discount the power of Taylor Swift and 10 million teenage women around the world using all their hearts to will Travis Kelce into the end zone. Take the +4, take the money line, maybe buy out of it in the third quarter, but give me the Kansas City Chiefs +186.
Did you see the ref news on this game as well? Forgot to mention that.
Loves the Chiefs. Robert's not in the chat, but he sent it to me. Yep. Ref Trend's favorite Chiefs.
Yeah. They brought in the ref who just favors away teams. So
yeah,
I mean,
he hates people. He wants people to be miserable. He probably has this crappy life, and he's like, I can't wait to watch 70,000 people walk out of here dejected the way I feel every single night when I walk home to my apartment to watch Netflix and eat frozen dinners. I hate myself, and I'm going to make these people upset too. I might be a little overdramatic there, JC, but we got to add some sort of panache to this breakdown.
Yeah. Raj called in his boy Sean Smith. In the NFL, home teams win 55% of the time, but in games Sean Smith refs, home teams only win 40% of the time. So the belief is that the fix is in, and Raj wants Taylor at the Super Bowl.
Why would you not?
Not what?
Want Taylor there.
Oh, no, of course. I mean, it's kind of funny. They couldn't get her to do the halftime show, so they just said, we'll make sure she's at least in attendance, and we'll pull viewership that way.
Yeah, maybe next year halftime show.
Maybe. Probably not.
Now that she's a bigger fan of the product.
Oh, could be.
Maybe she'll wait till the first year Kelce retires too, assuming they stay together.
That'd be kind of awkward. Like if
you think so? I think it'd be better.
No. Like it would be awkward if Kansas City lose in the AFC Championship game, and then they both still have to go to the Super Bowl because she's got to perform.
Yeah, that's what. Maybe they'll just wait till the end.
Yeah. My best bet, I'm liking that San Francisco over 30.5.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I'm going to give some words of wisdom, but then I'll let you take it away. My words of
Beautiful. Thank
wisdom
you.
are the Los Angeles Lakers suck. Take it away, JC.
I love it. So it is UNC legend Vince Carter's birthday. I believe he turns like 47 today. Greatest dunker of all time, VC. Pulling from him today, as he once said, everybody is different. Everybody has different styles. Just do it the best way you know how.
Nuke the house.